Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Hello. This is Fred, King Fred, the Vinyl Vandal, but today I'm the trainer detective. Shout out to my son, Fathead Asher. He's been working today, so he's a bit too tired and doesn't want to come on. So he was going to come on with me and do this. But I'm sure I'll be fine by myself. We started this over a year ago, October 2019. And then just as we were getting to the end of 2019, we did about 4 or 5 trainer detective videos as part of my son's sort of like to help him with his university stuff and also to help us out with the Vinyl Vandals. And then we heard about this thing. We had a Christmas break. We did 4 videos and we had a Christmas break. And then, as I was just telling you there, we then started hearing about this strange thing that was coming from the East. That was called COVID, and we were like, yeah, whatever. It's not. We've heard it all before. We've had mad cow's disease. We've had foot and mouth. We've heard about Ebola. It's going to take over the world. Whatever. And then the next thing you know, we're on lockdown and we couldn't do any video, and we've never been able to do any more Trinity detective videos for over a year. So, what do we know? So, Mel, we've had you on the show before, on our podcast before. We had you on for your favorite 5 USA hip hop albums.
Yeah. Yep.
And hopefully in the future we'll have you on for your UK ones. I still haven't forgotten, even if you have. But today we're doing a sort of trainer detective special, just to keep everybody, just to remind everybody that we still are the trainer detective within the Vinyl Vandals, and something that we like to talk about a lot when it's not talking about music and vinyl. We like to talk about trainer collections and what we like and what we don't like. For my sins, everybody knows I'm Adidas dude.
Yeah.
Don't wear Nike, although I have worn Nike before in case anybody starts trying to dig out old pictures of me wearing Nike. Yes, I've worn Nike before, mainly because I used to sell Nike trainers. Okay. What I mainly wear 99% of the time is Adidas. Although when I'm training, I tend to wear some New Balance stuff, just because I like the feel of it for running or skipping or whatever when I'm doing my training. And I do wear a little bit of Puma, so I've got about 4 or 5 pairs of Puma suedes. So that's me. I'm now going to introduce you to
Mel, Shelltoe Mel. Trainer addict since 80 something. Never wear shoes, only trainers. Unless I'm going to a wedding. Actually, no, I wear trainers at weddings too. So, aye.
Funny you should say that. I got married 3 years ago, and I had to wear me brogues. I had to wear me looks. Yeah, 200-odd-pound shoes they were. I wore them for my wedding. As soon as the actual marriage was over, I was straight upstairs in the hotel. Came down with me African gowns on. Got me suit off. Got me African dashiki on, and on my feet was a pair of Shelltoe trainers. Shelltoes, yeah. So I can boogie properly. None of that blooming leather shoe business. That was just for show. For a real serious dancing, it had to be a pair of Shelltoe trainers. So there you go.
I was at my friend's wedding just last year, and I had, was it a pair of silver Pumas I wore? Nice.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. If you have to jazz it up, get a pair of silver or gold shoes. Yeah, there you go. Don't like it. Okay, so I know you're a mad hip hop fan, and we've talked about that already.
Yeah.
Where do you think your trainer obsession fits in with your with hip hop? Did it go side by side? Did you get obsessed with trainers because of hip hop, or?
Well, like one of my first kind of like memories is like actually like it was probably about the same time as getting into hip hop, but it was like my first boyfriend was a football casual.
Yeah.
And so they were all, about all the clothes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the first trainer I remember was the turquoise Adidas Gazelle.
Oh, yes.
I got a pair of them, and I can just remember the smell. And I was like, ooh. But and my other memory, obviously, trainer wise, right? I used to be when I was into hip hop at the beginning, they were like sort of like high tops more were
Yeah.
the style, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So and like troops. So
Yeah.
I had a pair of troops. I'm trying to think here. I'm trying not to go fast forward, but I so they were like Feel a Cage. Do you remember them? I did a pair of them. They were all sort of like big trainers. What was the other ones?
Did they have
Travel socks.
like the hiking eyelets on? So like the hiking sort of like, so not the holes, but like the sort of, what do you call them? You know,
I
like when
can't.
hiking boots. You know the.
Oh right, I think so. But these were like blue. The Feel a Cage ones. They were like blue, red, and white, like basketball shoes.
Right. Okay.
But and it was like travel fox. But I remember one day, right? I don't know how I had all that money, but like I think I was meant to be going somewhere and I
Yeah.
couldn't go somewhere. So I bought two pair of trainers. I bought a pair of travel fox and I bought my first pair of Shelltoes.
Uh-huh.
Now the Shelltoes, they felt really funny in my feet because they were like I'd been used to wearing big chunky trainers, and I'm like these are weird. But from then on, it was like Shelltoes all the way up to a certain point, and like I didn't like yourself. I didn't really wear other trainers, but it was in more kind of recent years that I got into different trainers.
Yeah.
But I definitely through hip hop, like you know, Run DMC, my Adidas, letting Schoolie D put your feelers on.
Feelers on. Yeah.
Aye.
For me, you know, similar. Before hip hop, I was just a young kid with my mates, and there's a picture of me somewhere. I'm you know, since my mom died a couple of years ago, I've been looking for it because I'm sure she had the picture, and I haven't found it yet. So I need to go through my dad's collection and see if he's got it. With me sitting on a bike with two of the lads that I used to live near. So one lived opposite me. He was called Paul Gray. And funny enough, I went on to form a punky reggae band with him years later. But at the time, we were kids. And then further down the road from us was a lad called Peter Little. And we're sitting on three chopper bikes. Okay, it was the hottest summer, and I can't remember what year that was. I think it was 72. But we're just little kids sitting on chopper bikes, licking ice cream. We've got skin tight, I think they're called California Adidas t-shirts. You know, the ones the tennis stars used to wear, like, I think, what's the tennis player called that was around at the time? It'll come back to us. I think it was German with blonde hair. Somebody be screaming this out. No, it was before him. It'll come back anyway. Someone will be shouting at the screen on the watch this.
Ivan Lendl?
No, before him. It's well before all of them. I can't remember his name. He had like long hair, really famous tennis player. Anyway, yeah, there were like t-shirts that he used to wear, so like skin tight, used to cut into your arm, although we were skinny little kids. And we're all licking nice ice creams that my mum had got with off the ice cream van from Rizzy's Ices. I used to go to school with the Rizzies. So shout out to Mark Rizzy if you ever watches this. But we're sitting on these bikes licking ice creams, and on my feet are a pair of Adidas kicks.
Oh yeah.
Adidas trainers, yeah. And they were like the first Adidas trainers I got, and then also actually I don't even know if I got them bought from me, if they were given to me from somebody. Like I don't know how I actually got them, because I don't remember actually. I just had them, so I don't remember actually being. But I loved them just because I think we used to watch, like, obviously the football, and you had like Umbro, you had Adidas, you know, these were like the football sort of like, you know, wear for the kids, and we used to want to look like the stars. And like I say, this tennis guy, and I still can't remember his name, but we used to all want to be like him, this famous tennis guy, and we just loved having these t-shirts on. And obviously, like, we had the flary pants on because it's the 70s, and you can just see under our pants, you can see we're wearing these Adidas trainers, and that was it. Just that alone we loved. And then also we wanted the football boots, and we had a footballer, another German footballer called Beckenbauer. So we had Adidas football boots like him. So they were black with green stripes down. And just that whole sort of like, whoa, this is just cool. We like them. This is what we want to wear. Then obviously we got a bit older and we started wearing like, I started wearing Doc Martens. in riders, and only wore trainers for sport really, or running around the streets in.
Do you wear kickers or pods?
I wore pods. Yeah, pods. I had a pair of red pods. Yeah, but that was my the first introduction to sort of like going from didn't care what I looked like to actually I want to be seen in certain clothes, and that became my sort of my fashion sort of like obsession. And I think obviously also from my mum, because my mum was a seamstress, a dressmaker.
Oh, right, cool.
She used to make, 4 of us. There was me, my brother, and my 2 sisters. She used to make all our clothes.
Amazing.
And we used to say, can you make it like this? Can you make it like that? And she taught me how to use a hand sewing machine. So
wow.
I used to take my jeans in, like take shirts in if they were too baggy. If it was my brother's shirt and it was too big for me, I learned how to sort of like get the chalk, mark it down, pin it, and then use a hand sewing machine to sort of like take stuff in and that, I wanted to actually be a tailor, and then my friends laughed at us and said, typical as a young lad, you're going to be a girl if you're effeminate, you're a girl so I didn't want to do it after that. It's a shame because I actually really liked sewing and stuff, and I wish I'd have kept it up now because I was really
I know you could have been bloody well, I don't know, Alexander. What's his name?
Stuff him. I could have been Dapper Fred. Instead of Dapper Dan, I could have been Dapper Fred from Newcastle instead of New York, But anyway, it is what it is. I'm now King Fred on Vinyl Vandals instead of
Dapper. Never too late, man.
It's never too late.
Making stuff.
You're right. Yeah, well, it passes by, and but it's it's that thing about, I think it's interesting where people get their first love for fashion. Obviously, it's interesting hearing yours there,
because it was like things, when I say casuals, like there was things as well. Like I remember I had I think I've got a picture somewhere of like I had the Adidas. I can't even remember the name of the top, but you'll know it's a famous top with the different colours.
Oh yes, yeah.
And it had the hoodie. I forgot the name of it. Mm-hmm. And it was about the time of Clem tops and stuff like that, know. And so the only way, and it was down kind of your way that I'd go shopping, because like my dad lived in England, so when I went down there for my holidays, I'd get spoiled. My nanny would take me shopping in Preston and get the good shops. I'd be like, whoa, like, my God, because I couldn't get that shit up the road.
It's crazy that though, because you're saying that, but we used to do me and a couple of my friends used to do little runs, especially down to London. But sometimes, me and Stag, shout out to Stag, Graham Stag, we used to do runs down to London to my mum's, because my mum moved down to London, and then my sisters followed, so I used to go down there for little fashion runs. But I used to also jump a train and go to like Edinburgh or Glasgow to do, but mainly. I wouldn't say how many times did I go to Glasgow. I don't even know if I went that many to Glasgow. It was mainly to Edinburgh, because it was not expensive on the train just to jump up to Castle to Edinburgh. And is it Princess Street? Is Princess Street?
Yeah, Princess Street. Yep.
Yeah, and little side streets off there, and go and do little like doing fashion raves there, because we always were obsessed with getting stuff that other people didn't have. So that when we were sitting around in Newcastle going clubbing and stuff, nobody else had the same clothes as us. We wanted to stand out. And people say, where you get that from? Oh, I got it from America. No, I didn't. I got it from Edinburgh, really. Oh, where did you get that from? Oh, got it from New York. Or didn't really. My cousin sent it from New York. No, I got it from actually Carnaby Street or whatever, you know what I mean? Camden and places like that. But that's what we used to do.
That's funny that you say that, because like because I'd go down there in my holidays. Like I'd go shopping either to Preston or Manchester.
Yeah.
And it was about the time, I remember it was sort of, do you remember Manchester, everybody wore white and stuff, white clothes, and it was rave and stuff like that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so like there was a chippy shop there, and they had these chippy trainers, and they were disgusting, but like they were chippy, so I'm like, right, I can get these. And they were, when I think back now, they were horrid, and they were probably quite big, but I got them. I was like, I need to have a pair of chippy trainers.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Excellent stuff. So, we'll come back and talk about a bit more about fashion. But let's you've got 5 pairs of trainers. Now, how many trainers would you say? And I always ask this question, and people always lie to me. Okay, and I've got a theory about this. I ask people how many trainers they've got. Now, if they've got a few pairs of trainers, that's fair enough. But if they've got more than 30 trainers, they'll always tell me they don't know how many trainers they've got because they've never counted. Okay, And a lot of that, I think, my theory is because they don't want anybody, that their loved ones, to know how many trainers they've got, because they think, well, they'll just get grief for it. And people start, you know, if it's your husband or your wife or your boyfriend, your girlfriend or whatever, or your kids, when you're telling them they've got too much of this, and then you tell them how many trainers you've got, they'll go, how many? So...
But I tell folk, I don't drink or smoke.
What the excuses with me, because I've heard it all before, Mel. How many pairs of trainers have you got?
I honestly really don't know, but at one point, I don't even know if I want to say. Like, I did count one time, once upon a time, but like I might have got rid of some since then. But
how many pairs have you? Right, okay. To get on this show, you've got to have over 30 pairs. So I know you've got over 30 pairs of trainers. Yeah. Have you got over 40 pairs of trainers?
Yeah.
Can you hear my... Straight away. Off camera there.
How many? He's saying 80.
80. Okay, I thought you might have around 100.
I counted 100 at one point, but like I don't know if I think I got rid of a lot because they were like wrecked.
Okay.
But so I, and as I say, because I collect, like I couldn't get to, I couldn't get
them. That's one thing about trainers. People with lots of trainers, they're liars. Okay, they're liars. No disrespect, Mel, but you're a damn liar.
How very dare you?
Okay.
As I say, I don't drink and I don't smoke, so
fair enough.
And I don't buy women-y frocks and makeup, so.
So your excuse is you overdose on trainers instead, eh?
Yep.
Okay, so
I blame hip hop. I blame Run DMC, man.
Okay. Have you got 5 pairs of trainers to show me, even though you've got over 80? I reckon it's more like over 100. Yeah. But anyway, it's probably over 100.
I don't know, man.
Have you got them in any order? Have you got your? I would like you to keep your favourite to last and go back over. Yeah.
Right. Oh no, this is the hard part now to pick which ones first. Oh, right. Right. No, wait a minute. Right, these. Right, I'll bring these ones. I can't do them in order, so I'll leave you. I've got a funny story about a pair, but I'll leave them to after.
Yeah, okay.
But these ones, these little beauties.
And what are they?
Nike Air Jordans, 5s. The only like Jordans I've had that I really liked, right? But these are my second pair because I had the original ones, right? And I loved them. I don't know, I just really love the shape and stuff like that. Because as I say, I was normally just all Adidas. Yeah. But I don't know why I love that. But anyway, I had my first pair and then I wore them to death, and I wore them that much that they had a hole in the bottom. Yeah. And then I was teaching a dance workshop, a Princess Trust thing. Yeah. I went away for my lunch, left my holy trainers, and when I came back, they'd gone.
So someone swiped them even though they had holes in? That's kind of culture for you, isn't it? They're even valuable when they got holes in.
I know, but I did get reimbursed, so it wasn't too bad. But then, years later, like these came out, and I was like, oh man, I need to get them again. Okay. So, I can't even actually remember where I bought them. But Nike Air Jordans, like all about. Remember we were talking about in the last one about Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Do the right thing and all that.
Yeah. Okay. I know very little about like Nike Air Jordans and stuff. Like I say, I have worn Nike before. I used to wear because I used to sell trainers many moons ago, and so I used to wear what I sold basically because it was like I'll just put these on, and they go out and to raves and stuff, and then people would say where you get them from and say, oh, I've got some in the house if you want some, and then that was my way of selling them. So I wore all kinds, Fila, LA Gear. I wore all different types of trainers, but Adidas was my thing, and always has been, like I said before. But the main Nike ones that the only ones that I really like are the Cortez ones.
Oh, aye.
Probably
I've
still
never
wear them.
actually had a pair of them. Never had a pair.
Right.
My daughter has, but nah.
Loved them. I even got to a point where I got myself a pair with a red swoosh and then the blue bit on the sole. I got my son was just a little. My son was only about 2 or something, and I got him a pair as well. So me and him used to be matching when we went out, like with the same kind of trainers on. And I also had a pair of the I think they were the 95s, Air Max 95s, like with the gold on, the black and gold. I think that's what they're called. I can't remember the name of them, but I had a pair of them, and he had a pair as well. And that's probably the only trainers that I used to wear, like Nike ones, like quite regularly. Apart from other ones I used to wear for a week or something because I was selling them, and then put them back in the box, clean them up a bit, and sell them as a used pair when people used to buy them off us. But they're the ones that I actually liked and actually wore for a bit as well, you know.
I never really wore Nike that much, but yeah, and like I couldn't tell you much. My brother, he and my partner, he always wore like Jordans, so they were like Jordan fiends.
Yeah.
But they were the only ones that I really liked. But like I used to have these Nike trainers. Do you remember the ones? The blue, gold. I think they might have been. Were they Olympic ones?
Yeah.
I can't mind, but Air 180s.
Right, okay.
But they were, I think, the only other Nike shoes that I really wore. Because it was all about the Adidas, man, and Puma.
Yeah. It's funny when you're saying there about your trainers getting stolen. So at home here, my wife's off for 2 weeks because she works in schools, and she's been tidying up the house, and we've been throwing things out and getting things ready to take either taking them to the dump, or we've been taking, like, I'm getting ready to put them in bags and stuff and taking them to the charity shops. So I got old trainers.
In a charity shop.
So I got the old trainers. I thought, well, I'm not wearing these anymore, and actually some of them hurt my feet because they're flat soled, and I've got flat feet, and I'm just like, I'm not wearing them, I'm just keeping them. So I got some Adidas Sambas out the cupboard. I just thought, I'm throwing these out. I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a photograph of them, put them on eBay for a cheeky little. Went away, came back, and I got a couple of notifications on my phone that sold in a couple of hours.
Aye.
They're battered, and somebody's bought them for like £6-7. And I'm like, okay. The result, I'll buy a couple of 12-inch hip hop like vinyl with them. Do you know what I mean? So it's a result of me. It's what I call recycling. I'm buying some old vinyl of somebody, and I'm using the money that I'm selling me trainers. I've got a pair of Adidas tie breaks as well. They're battered, out of colour, but I know they'll sell. And I think that's the thing. Also, people forget about with trainers, that they do keep that currency. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, because I've just actually put a pair on eBay. Like, they're really nice trainers. Like, I got them as a present, but they're too. Back in the day, like, they're too small for me. But back in the day, I would just shove my feet in them.
Yeah.
Like, but like, nah, they're just too small. So I've put them on. The Paul Rodriguez Nike Air Zoom. Okay. They're a nice trainer, SB, but aye. No, they've got to go.
They've got to go. It's fair enough. Okay then. Let's see your second pair of trainers.
Right. Which ones will I put? Right. Oh, right. Aye, these ones. I'll put these ones. Right.
Oh.
TV apps.
Okay.
Have
they been worn to a wedding?
No, but they were worn to the MC Shan gig, and they signed them.
Oh, nice one. Put that right up. Put that right. Keep it still. Yeah, keep it still. Yep, nice. Yeah. Give us a look from the back. Just keep it still. Yep, stop there. No, I like that. That's nice. Then the back.
The OMTV.
Nice one.
Can you see the tongue?
Yeah, I really like them. Because look at the sole as well.
Did you see any of the OMTV apps, the Big Cat Daddy Kane ones?
Yeah.
I've got a pair of them, and I've got the Cash Money. Money.
Right, okay.
They're nice as well.
Okay.
But and so managed to get them signed, so that was cool.
That's
So,
major.
like now I don't wear them anymore. They go up there.
I was going to say, it should be in a glass case. You should get a glass case made.
I've actually got glass cabinets, and I've got a trainer over there that I'll bring over and show you.
Okay, nice one. Yeah.
Aye, so they were like, that gig was an amazing gig.
Uh-huh.
Like it was, were you at it? Like,
no.
It was like Roxanne Shanty. It was a Juice Crew gig. So
it was a few years ago, wasn't it?
Aye.
Yeah.
So we travelled down to Bristol.
Right.
And it was amazing. Really, really good, man.
I wanted to go down to London, and I don't know what happened, because I didn't end up going, but I wanted to go to the London one. Because I think Roxanne Shanty ended up going to the chip shop.
Right. Oh, aye, Four Pillars.
Yeah, at Brixton.
Like that. Four Pillars.
Right, yeah.
T-shirt.
Nice one. Repping all the way through, eh?
Aye. Merch. I'm all about the merch.
And why not?
Some of my merch so folk can support my shit.
At the end of the day, like you say, you don't drink and you don't smoke, so you got to spend your money on something, haven't you?
T-shirts.
Yeah. And trainers, apparently.
Yep.
Nice one. Okay. So that's a memory. Obviously, those trainers are obviously a major thing to you. A question for you. Have you got a limit on the price of trainers? How far are you willing to go? Are you not allowed to say in case people incriminate yourself? What's your highest?
Right, the highest I've bought. In fact, I don't want to say, because like I've not showed you that trainer yet. So
okay,
I'll tell you when. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't go crazy mental.
There we go.
I don't, and like I would love to, but no, I don't go mental with it. I'm actually.
Okay, but what would you class as mental and what would you class as reasonable? You're still not answering my question.
Well, I wouldn't go over. I don't think I've went over 150.
Okay, right.
What about you?
I'm a tight git, I'll be honest, okay, and I don't think trainers are worth that much, because part of my thing with trainers is the thrill of getting them for cheap.
Aye.
So I don't think I've ever paid more than £80 for trainers ever.
Right.
Ever. And the ones that I have paid £80 for, it was a lass I knew. She used to work in the Adidas shop in Newcastle before it shut down. Okay, so shout out to Sophie Snowden. She was my little plug for my trainers. So I think I'd give her £80 for a pair of trainers that were worth more than 80, but I didn't pay more than 80 for them, or £70 for them. And that's very rare, because normally what happens is a lot of my family know I like trainers, so I tend to get vouchers.
Oh, right, cool.
My kids and my wife will get us trainers as well. So my wife bought us a pair of the Adidas Run DMC ones for Christmas just gone, but I didn't buy them. Because
how much did you get them for?
I don't know how much I got them for now, but I know they were expensive because they were like just fresh out. She got them well before Christmas for me. She was panicking in case I got them, but I kept on saying I'm not paying that kind of price for them. I can't remember how much they were now. They're the white ones. You could get a black pair. It was the Jam Master J ones. And I'm not paying that price for them. That's just ridiculous. I wait till they're in the sale or something like that, or whatever, because I just won't pay. I just don't think it's worth paying like £200, £250. I just won't pay it. And my thing is, when I've got them on my feet and I feel great, it's because I've got them for cheap, or I've waited till I'm not being in fashion and I've still liked them and I went and got them. And I'm very.
Are you the type of person though? Do you wear all your trainers? You're not, or do you keep them like in a box and not wear them? Or do you buy two pair? Are you one of the type of people?
I'm exactly one of those type of people.
You buy two pair?
So if they're cheap. So one of my favorite pairs of trainers is the ZX 750s. Adidas ZX 750s. I love them because they're dead comfortable. Okay. And when I'm on my feet a lot at work, I like to be able to something that because I'm on my feet a lot, and I love the Superstars. I love Adidas Superstar trainers, but they're not very comfortable for me because, like I said before, I've got flat feet, and years of boxing and stuff and doing martial arts has knocked my soles even more. So I need something that sort of like supports my foot. So I like the ZX 750s because they've got that sort of like cushiony sole. So if I see a pair that's cheap, because now you can get them for less than £80 now at the moment for the quality ones, but I've had them in the past for £30 and for £40, so I bought 2 pair. Wore one. When I'm finished with them, I'll sell that pair, then I'll wear the next pair. I'll just keep doing that. And the ones with the really, really sort of like you can't get colorways, you know, the ones that are really elusive to get, I wear them once in a while. So I've got a couple of pair, like I've got a yellow pair there that I won't wear, yellow stripes that I won't wear until the summer when it's really good weather. And I'll put them back in the box, and then they'll go away for another 6 months until the weather gets better again. I didn't wear them last year because of COVID, so I wasn't going anywhere, so I didn't wear them. It didn't come out the box. That's just me. That's, you know, so I wear them, but I have them in boxes, but I'm not a collector, so I don't that's why I define myself as I don't think about. I know some people will wear them and they'll buy them and they'll never ever wear them.
No, I wear mine, man.
Every trainer I've got, if I haven't worn them, I will wear them. So I've got about 8 pairs in a box that have never been worn, but they will be worn. It's just not yet, but they will be worn. That's the difference between me. Whereas I have got friends who are collectors and they'll get them.
So far.
Fair enough. I mean, the ones you've got now with signed on, I don't blame you. If I got some signed like that, I would keep them in a box and I would keep them good as well. You know, they'll be on my shelf somewhere and saying, you know, I don't know, whoever, you know, Master Ace signed these or whatever, and they'll be up there and I would keep them for good. Yeah, of course I would, you know. Okay. So would you class yourself as a collector? Because that was my next question. Would you class yourself as a collector or a wearer?
Definitely a wearer. Like, if I had a bigger house and I've had a lot of money, I would collect. but I don't have either of those, so I wear mine. I wear mine all, and the look, you'll see how worn they are.
I know.
But I don't see it. What was the point, man?
Yeah.
And just like saving them. I know some people, like I know a few people that do that. And I was like, well, what's the point, man? You'll be dead. They'll be box fresh, but you'll be dead.
Yeah, you're right. And I wore some to work the other day, and some of the staff was saying, "Whew, brand new trainers. When did you get them?" I said, "Oh, I've had them for 3 years." 3 years. There's no, because I spray them. Yes, and they only come out when there's a rain check. Okay. in my car, I've got a spare pair. If it rains, I'll be switching them. Yeah, because I don't want no salt on them. I don't want no rain on them. I don't want no mud on them. Yeah, I want the grease and grime of the city streets on my trainers. They're for good. Yeah, I want everyone to think that they're new every time I wear them, even though they're 3 or 4 year olds. That's important to me as well. Yeah.
I won't say that. Like, I suppose I can be quite what's the word? Slobby. Because like I'll wear them to death or whatever. I'll stick with one pair and I'll really like them or whatever and wear them to death.
I've got them ones. Don't get us wrong. I've got those ones as well. Yeah. I have got ones that you can see are battered, but I love them. And I just haven't got the next generation of them in a box yet. So I'm looking out. But now when I'm looking now, like for the ZXs, for instance, I can't get them for under £80 now, which is just like, you know, the shot back up in price. At one point a couple of years ago, I was getting them for 30 quid. You know what I mean? I was going to places like TJ Hughes and getting them, thinking, "Ooh, nice one." You know, getting them on eBay and people were selling them for 25 and 30 quid. And I was saying to my wife, "Oh, I've got these, I've kept these for good and all of that." Now I'm going through my boxes and they're going down because I've got the last ones, and the ones, if I want to replace them, are £80, which I don't really want to pay, you know. So I'll have to wait till I get a voucher for my birthday. My birthday in June, by the way, family. So yeah, you never know. Okay, what's your third pair of trainers in, Mel?
Right. I'll bring these ones out then.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
These are the 35th anniversary.
Nice.
So these were the dearest pair I bought.
Yeah.
And I very rarely wear them. I think. I got at the time as well. I got this book when I went down to London. and it's really good. It's all good stuff. You know, you should maybe check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I've got a few books. Again, I get stuff like that for presents. I've got a few books, but I haven't got that one, so I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I think I got that. What's that trainer shop down at Camden called? I think I got it in there. I forget what it's called. Was it Offspring maybe? I don't know. But it's good.
Or is it? Okay, nice. Okay.
Different stuff. So they were the, I think they're the Adidas trainer I bought, but Adidas Run DMC.
Nice.
Aye.
Very nice.
GMG in the back.
Good stuff.
Aye.
So why did you want them so much?
Because Run DMC obviously have a fond place in my heart. Because I went to the '87 Def Jam tour, and it was Eric B. and Rakim, Public Enemy, LL Cool J, the same kind of era. And I remember just Run DMC. I remember Dog in School, like with my Run DMC tape and Walk This Way. Just total fond memories, you know. And it was like that's probably where my love affair from Adidas started, you know, like the tracksuit tops as well, because like I collect them, and it was just fond memories really. And so I was like, oh aye, Run DMC, and need to get a pair of them. So it was like, thank goodness to my neighbour, because at the time I didn't know how to do. I think it was eBay, so he got me them for me, and I gave him the money, you know.
Right,
but
nice one. Okay. It's a funny one, isn't it? Because obviously, like you, I went to that show, and it does have a lasting memory on you, doesn't it? You know what I mean? When you're in there and everybody's waving their trainers around, and you know, like you say, are they called Fire brand tracksuit tops or something? I can't remember what they're called, but the black one with the red stripes, or the red one with the white stripes, and just that kind of like it sticks with you forever, doesn't it? You know, even my like sort of emoji. My emoji's got an Adidas tracksuit top on that I use, you know, because I love it. I love it that much, you know.
I know, it's like I don't know, like I just love it so much, like, because like, as I say, I'll need to show you one time. You should do one in tracksuit tops, man, because the Adidas tops collection I've got is mental. But like it's just, I don't know, I just had fond memories of it. And like, I remember I've got this top actually again that I got in Manchester. It was like the old jacket that said Adidas down there. And a guy at the time, you maybe know him, Mr. Bose. He worked with my friend, and so he put this patch in the back, and he hand did it, and it was, we were 141 posse. So I still get that jacket somewhere up the stair, man.
Wow.
And I pull that out once in a while. I think I last brought out, there was an event, Old to the New, so that was I last brought out. But I'm totally with you, Adidas, man. But it was at one point I was strictly Adidas, but as I say, then in later years I was like, nah, I really got into Pumas, because Pumas are really good for dancing in. Puma States, Puma Clydes, comfy. So
I like wearing my Pumas when I'm actually wearing like sort of like chinos and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I think it feels like it's a good look, you know. Like when you're out, again, my Pumas I only wear in the summer. I don't tend to wear them in the winter. Do you know what I mean? Same with my Gazelles that I've got as well, you know, because they're suede, they only come out in the summer. So that's like my summer shoe, you know. And I tend to wear me sort of like Superstars in the winter more, because unless it's a gig, and I've got my old Superstars that I wear to gigs, which I don't care when people stand on them and stuff. They're battered, but you know, once in a while I get my friend, Joe again, you know, my friend who's a trainer restorer, trainer restoration. I'll give him them again this year to give him a good waxing over, just before I go about again and start going to gigs again, because we're going to obviously hopefully be going to gigs sometime soon. And I want to look good when I'm going in, even though they get battered when I'm in there with beer and people standing on them. But when I'm at the bar, I don't want people to look at his broke down trainers. You know what I mean? I want people to know that I'm still crisp with me trainers. You know, even though I would never wear my best stuff to a gig. I don't know. When I see people with the best trainers at a gig just to be showing off, I'm like, respect to you, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. I would cry. Somebody stepped on me. It's like that old Carl Perkins song, "Don't Step on the Blue Suede Shoes," in it, you know.
No, I was just thinking Meatloaf. I would do anything for your sneakers, but I won't do that.
There you go. Nice one. Okay. What's your fourth choice then?
Right. Well, I'll bring these. I'll bring the funny story. I'll leave the funny story to last. Okay. But these are another pair of 35th anniversary, and they were Keith Haring ones. I really like Keith Haring, the artist.
Okay, never heard of him. Explain who he is.
You will have seen his stuff. Wayne, can you give us that thing over? You will have seen his stuff. Wayne, can you give me that thing over? Like this kind of thing.
Okay, yes, I've seen, yes, of course I have. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, right. So that was the trainer, and I totally regret now not buying. There was a tracksuit that went with it, and I remember trying it on, and I wish I'd bought it, because let's see now, it goes for $1,000. And I'm like, ah! But I really liked these because, as I say, I like his artwork. So I've worn them to death.
Nice one.
That's them. But because a lot of the 35th anniversary, it was such a really good collection. So many to choose from, man.
It's such a shame for me for trainers, because I used to go to the Adidas outlet store. There's one. I used to always go for a raid down to York, because they had an outlet store there, and it was great getting the tracksuit tops and getting the trainers. And there's also one just past Sunderland, not far from Newcastle. But when I haven't been in for the last 3 or 4 years, because the last times I was going, I was even going and getting some stuff and reselling it on eBay. It was that cheap, but you can't now, because everything's just shot up in price, and it's like, there's no difference between the real Adidas, like the proper Adidas shop, and the outlet shop. It's like the outlet's just an Adidas shop that they're just selling stuff, and it's no different to going straight to Adidas online and buying the stuff off them. They'll have the odd sale stuff, which is like end of line stuff, or the sort of like what do they call it? You know, like when they're trying something out. Like
a sample, like a kind of sample type.
Yeah. So I've just stopped because it's not even worth going there. I just don't. Like I say, I tend to just wait till my family give me vouchers, and I get a couple of pairs of trainers each year that I don't really buy myself anymore. I have cut right down.
Me too. Me too, man.
Because I just think prices are, when people are camping out for trainers, and then reselling them, it's just, to me, it's lost the plot.
Did you ever see that there was a program made? It was like recently, and it was fiction, but it was like the American guys. That was quite funny.
Was it on Amazon, or was it on
Netflix or something? It was quite funny.
Yeah, it was quite funny. Yeah,
and they'd heard about this lockup, and it was all just one single trainer.
Yeah, it was quite funny, actually. Yeah, it was all right. There was also that one, shout out to John, one of the Vinyl Vandals. He got me to watch one with Jeff Goldblum on the Disney Channel. I don't know if you saw that one, where he goes looking for trainers as well. That's quite good to watch as well. If you got the Disney Channel, check out Jeff Goldblum. It's on there. He's got a show on National Geographic.
Right.
And he goes and investigates trainers. It's quite interesting to watch. Again, someone like Jeff Goldblum, who you wouldn't think of into trainers, but yeah, he's banging into his trainers as well, and he goes and looking for them. Interesting to check that out.
Did you ever see I think there was a documentary, I don't know if it was called Just for Kicks.
I don't think I've seen that.
And it had like I remember Missy Elliott was in it, but like it was really interesting. It was quite a few years back, so maybe check that out.
Okay, I'll have a look for that as well.
Aye.
Nice one. Okay, your last trainer.
Right. These are going to make you laugh, but they make me cry. Because these, right, I'm going to tell the story before. These were another pair of my really favourite 35th anniversary Adidas. Fafi. She's a French sort of graffiti artist, and they were very kind of girly in that, right? So I wore them, and I loved them. And then, the year, I was going to say last year, but it wasn't last year, because last year was COVID. The year before, I went, I'll tell you where I'd been. I'd been down your way, and I brought them with me.
Right.
And I don't know whether I should show you them and tell you the story. Well, I'll show you them first.
Whatever you think's the right way to do it.
Right, I'll show you them. This is what's left of them. Right.
Well, that's a good start. Oh dear. Was a dog had them? What the? What's happened there? Has a dog had them?
No! My boss at work told me about this stuff, cleaning stuff. I'm like, oh, I'll give it a try. And basically, I had these on my feet. And I was wearing them, and I was on my way from Newcastle to Groovenometry, I think in Manchester, and I pulled up at the services, and I had these on, and my feet felt funny. And I looked down, and they disintegrated in me, and there was foam everywhere, and they were laughing their heads. I'm like, oh my God! I was like, oh my God! My trainers! Oh! Look!
What the hell?
I know.
What was this for everybody at home, so they don't make the same mistake? What was the stuff that was recommended to you?
Well, stupid me. What was it called? Pink stuff. I don't know. It comes in a pink tub.
Oh, that's stuff that you use for cleaning your white windows, like your windowsill and stuff like that. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
So, oh my God! Luckily, I had.
You know your UPVC windows. And
yeah.
Your UPVC door, like your white doors that you have. You use it to clean that. That's what you use it on.
Well.
Yeah. Not your Adidas best trainers, no.
No, that are basically how many years old? Well, 35th, is it Adidas? Are they now 50 years old? Now I can't even remember. So my 15-year-old trainers, whatever it was. So I'm now currently still looking for a pair. Like I've seen one pair, but it's not my size. And I'm like, maybe I could shove my feet in.
What they're called?
They're Adidas Fafi.
Fafi.
So if anyone out there,
yes, I was just going to say that. If anybody out there
can hook me up.
Don't send her any of that. Don't send her any of that pink stuff though, because she's a menace with the pink stuff. So don't give her any of that.
But I still keep them as ornaments because they're beautiful. I love that wee cap.
They're not very beautiful now.
Yeah, they still get that nice, and the bits of foam everywhere. But like the thing was, I was like, what if I was wearing them at the jam? How embarrassing would that have been? I'm like dancing and then the foam.
We'd probably start thinking that your trainers had blooming rabies.
So luckily I had other trainers with me. And the thing was, you know how I said I'd been at a wedding?
Yeah.
The wedding was before this event. So luckily, imagine if I'd have wore them to the wedding and they disintegrated in me. So that was the story of that.
Crazy.
Halfies.
Yeah. Absolutely crazy. That is just one hell of a story, that like. Yes, folks at home, don't use pink stuff on your trainers. You've got to get first.
No.
Most people just use what's it called? That mark stuff.
No, well, normally I just use soap and a toothbrush.
What about that? John told me to get this stuff. and I use it. It's called Marks, something J Marks, Mark. I don't know what it's called, but it's really good. Just
Right.
nice.
I will find out. Get me, let me know.
I'll send you a message of what it's called. I've got some downstairs, so when I go downstairs, I'll send you a picture of it. But you get it from all good, decent trainer shops, not from B&Q.
Down shop.
It's like acid. It's like somebody's noses fell off. That's what it looks like, you know. And so
I've got my feet. I had them on my feet, and my feet felt really funny. I was like, what's that flapping about my foot?
Okay, Mel, it's been a blast. Thanks very much for sharing your trainer collection with us. Have you got any other sort of like trainers you want to just flash off that you've got nearby?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wayne, can you reach that one in there? The one I've got. These ones. Wait a minute. Right, these ones. Wayne, can you get that one out of the cabinet? So that they are the Adidas. No, not Adidas. Sorry, the Nike De La Soul.
Yeah.
And I got them signed by Postinus.
Nice, good stuff.
Which them.
I
like them. They were comfy. And then you just need to pull that out. And these, the one that's inside. That one. No, that one. And then these ones.
That one?
Yeah. You need to pull the thing out. These need a clean because I was wearing them. The Public Enemy.
The Enemy ones, yeah. Nice.
Aye.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff.
With that.
Yeah, I was looking at them, but I thought that's too much. I'm not getting the price. I'm not paying that.
Aye.
Yeah.
Then these ones, I was wearing. I like them, and then I went to see KRS-One, so he signed them.
Signed them. Nice one.
But I like the colours in them.
Yeah. Wicked.
And one more pair. These ones, the Miss Elliott.
Okay, yes. I remember when they were all the rage.
Anniversary.
Yeah. I think I got my daughter a pair of them, and I also got like the tracksuit top and the trousers for that as well.
Aye, because he did nice women's clothes with them. Aye.
Yeah. I think they were the last stuff that I bought from the Adidas outlet shop. I think they were the last ones I got, the Missy Elliott stuff. That are quite like camo gear, a lot of camo sort of gear.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's just a shame they never did it in guys, bigger sizes, you know, because like, it would have been good.
The Missy Elliott gear.
But did you ever have a pair of Troop?
No, I didn't actually. No, never had a pair of Troop. Well, like I say, the ones I would buy for myself would tend to be Adidas, and I had a pair of Cortez that me and my son had, and then the other ones I was selling, so I had them, and I got a pair. My ex-wife bought me and my son a pair of for Christmas present, which was I want to say a 95, but I might be wrong. It might be 93s. I don't know what they were. But they were the ones that sort of like got I don't know what you call them. If John was on, John would tell us straight away because John's got a pair, but he's got a different colour. But she bought us a pair of them, and I was like, all right, I'll wear them because she bought us them. But I probably wouldn't. And it was a tracksuit to match. It was a tracksuit, a sweat top, and pants to match. And to go all of this. And she got my son the same pair as well, so I had them matching. And that was probably the last time I wore Nike. Apart from that, I was selling like Nike Air Max trainers, and so the ones I had, and the ones that were like bigger size, because I've got size 11 feet, so I was wearing some of the size 11 ones, and that wore them maybe one time, went out, and then put them back in the box, rubbed them down a bit, and then sold them to people. Or some of my friends said, "I've worn them a couple of times if you want to get them cheaper." So yeah, I've always mainly just wore Adidas stuff, to be honest. You know.
What's your favourite ones? Adidas.
My favourite Adidas ones are, well, I'll tell you what to do. If you go on the trailer,
watch it. Aye.
Vinyl Vandals YouTube, we did a Christmas special. Me, John, Julie, and Riddler, and we shared our favourite trainers at the time. So
is Julie a trainer fiend?
Julie's got a lot of trainers.
Aye.
A lot of trainers. Mainly Jordan and Adidas. Yeah.
Aye.
Mm-hmm. She's got a lot of trainers, Julie.
Aye. Has she done her story? Because it'd be good to hear hers.
Which story for our trainers?
Aye.
Well, we did one at Christmas, so we talked about what.
Ollie's, aye.
We did a Christmas special with the four of us on.
I'll watch it then, aye.
So just watch that one, and you'll see a bit about what she's got, which has got
Yep.
a lot. I'm still trying to get, and hopefully when we're allowed to go into people's houses again, I'm going to try and get to get all our trainers out and show all of our trainers as a sort of like a trainer detective one. It would be good.
Aye.
You know, like people like you are interested, aren't you? So it would be good to.
Aye, totally. Because you don't. It's not often that you really come across females that are like sneakerheads.
Yes, yeah.
And I know a few, but not many. You know.
Obviously, there's another one in there. Like I say, there's a lass called Lisa. She's been on as well, and she's got a massive trainer collection. So go and check hers out as well. I'll send you the links anyway. Instead of going hunting for them, I'll just send you the links.
Aye.
To you, and you can have a look at them. So she's got a massive trainer collection, and she's banging to her trainers here. So it's worth checking her trainers out as well. So there's a few around, but not many. You're right.
Yeah.
So it'd be good if we could try and get, like, you know, maybe at some point, if we ever get the chance to, maybe we'll drive up to your end, neck of the woods one in the summer. Bring a trip out, and maybe bring my son, and we'll go in your garden where your gnomes are and do get your trainers out, yeah.
Aye, we should definitely, if they get like yard works happening again. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but
right, okay, yeah.
If that happens, you should come up for that, man.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, we'll come up and do that then. Yeah.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Is Wayne there? Does Wayne want to pop his head on? Because I've been hearing them. Come on.
Pop your head up.
Get your glamorous assistant on.
He's a super fiend as well, but not so much now.
All right. Is it good?
All right. How many pairs of trainers have you got?
What's that?
How many
pairs of trainers have you got?
Oh, I sold plenty of mine.
You sold a lot though.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of a game of football.
No problem.
just let go. I get to go a goal.
Champions League.
He's put. Well, he had a hell of a. He's a Jordan fan, right. But he did a lot.
Mostly Adidas.
He had some cool Adidas, like the Star Wars ones. They were like
Han Solos.
Han Solos. Oh, boo that he got rid of them, or boo that he had a pair.
Boo that he had Star Wars, because I can't stand it. All my crew love Star Wars, like John, Riddler, Mudford, Blap, Sandy, all of that crew. They all love Star Wars. I'm not Leroy. All of them lot. They love their Star Wars crack. I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
Well, I did buy a tracksuit. I had the Adidas tracksuit top with Darth Vader, but I sold it on. I had it for a while, but
don't get it. I really don't get it.
I'm not like. Well, if any of the Star Wars fans, I've got Star Wars DVDs for sale too.
Can I just point out, this is the Trainer Detective podcast. It's not sell your stuff on eBay via podcast. Okay.
I will gladly swap for a pair of trainers. Cafes.
On that one, cut. I'll leave it there. Thanks very much. You've been, as usual, you've been a fantastic guest. Don't forget, I still want to interview you for your favourite 5 UK artists.
Oh God, make sure you give me a lot of time to pick.
I'm giving you the time now. Like I say, if we can come up, if it's all clear in the summer to come up, and Yard Works is on, I think I'll roll up there and drag my wife up as well, and maybe do a live one with you. Well, that would be cool. Do
you know a guy, JP Hutton, for down your way?
I know him off social media and stuff, but I don't know him.
I think he's a sneaker freaker.
Okay, I'll give him a shove. I've tried them before, but I will try them again. If you know better than me, give him a shove and just tell him that, send him my way. I will. Okay, nice one. Okay,
right.
We are the Vinyl Vandals. This has been a Trainer Detective special. Thank you, Mel. Have you got any last words before we go?
Don't use pink stuff in your sneakers.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. So, heed Mel's wise words. Don't use pink stuff on your trainers because it'll foam at the mouth and the tongue. and the heel and everywhere else.
And then there'll be ornaments forever.
Peace, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.